biggest concerns from the storm, as we've been talking about, is flash flooding. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department has issued an evacuation order for several flood-prone communities. That includes Oak Glen, Forest Falls, Mountain Home Village, Angeles Oaks, and Northeast Yucaipa. And we have team coverage tonight, starting with Laurie Perez live in Yucaipa. Laurie, what can you tell us?
Well, Jamie, I can tell you that those evacuation orders are an indication of just how seriously city leaders and emergency management are taking this storm. I can tell you the guys at Fire Station 551 behind me are ready to go. Now, Oak Glen is just up the road from where we are. That's one of the areas you mentioned, one of the areas most at risk. If there's a major storm, we have seen major flooding and debris flow there in the past.
There's definitely some nerves, yes.
At firehouses around Yucaipa today, locals were loading up with sandbags and prayers.
Underlying anxiety, but I know preparedness is the best way to, continue moving forward and making sure things are handled. So with every time I feel a moment of, oh no, I think, all right, what can I do to be more prepared to help, prevent any further damage or any issues in the future?
As they are bracing for whatever weather comes their way, and then what follows it. Signs everywhere spelling out the possibility of flooding and debris flow like this a few years ago when areas below the El Dorado and Apple fire burn scars were devastated by a powerful river of rain and earth. Oscar Solano moved in after that mess and is hoping work to widen and deepen Birch Creek will protect his property.
Most of the neighbors here are pretty optimistic that what they did is going to pretty much work and mitigate what happened back in September.
Even with word of possible evacuation orders, he said he'd choose to stay.
I'm not scared. I just recently moved in, so, if this is the worst that could happen, then at least now I could sleep at night knowing that this is the worst that could happen.
So will Deborah Hillelson. She's been through the worst of Mother Nature before and says she's ready for it.
I was in Crestline and our home was destroyed by the snow. So I'm not anxious at all because I've been through it.
Now, I spoke with a public works worker at about 7 o'clock tonight. He told me that he had been on the clock since 5 a.m. going around to firehouses like the one behind me, making sure that they were stocked up with sand and bags, even helping residents to fill those. And he says they're going to be back at it bright and early again tomorrow at 5 a.m., if not earlier. We are live in Yucaipa tonight. I'm Laurie Perez. Back to you.